What do you think is the impact CSX, the coal factory, is having on our community?
Nasty.
In what ways?
You can't even open your windows. You can't keep in the summertime. If you open your windows, pull your screens down, open your windows. You open them up early in the morning, say like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever. By the time you get ready to go to bed, you got coal dust all on your outside windowsills and even on the inside of your window, where it comes through the screens, the coal dust. It's nasty. You know.
How has that impacted you and your family?
Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Health concerns.
My wife is tired of washing windows and windowsills and screens.
How often does she wash them?
When she was younger, every day. Every day she would take water. Every day. All these windows, 4 windows in the back. Well, if you look, you can see where the coal dust settles down there on them little windows down there. The coal dust is there. And the part that I can't understand is why they have a coal pier here. If you go through the tunnel heading north and you look over on the right-hand side, you'll see a gigantic coal pier. Why do they need 2 coal piers? Why do they need a coal pier in a residential district? That's number one. I don't care what anybody says. Because they've stopped. I do give them credit when they first opened up and started business. Okay. You constantly heard the bells ringing day and night because that's when they were transferring coal. Coal was coming in, you know what I mean, on them conveyors. Coal was going out, being loaded into ships or whatever. Never had that. And then over the course of these last 10, 12 years, I hardly ever see water running down there. You don't even hear the bell. They had an explosion down there, that one tower down there. And that was due to the carbon buildup.
You think they've gotten careless?
Careless? They've gotten to the point where they don't care. They don't care because the city's not doing anything about it. The city's not doing nothing. Period. Industry, to me, does not belong in any city. Period. They don't. All the outskirts in the counties that's got all this open land, that's only got different places around them. The city doesn't do nothing for them. The city doesn't do nothing, theoretically. I'm serious. I am shocked over the course of the last 20 years how bad Baltimore City and what's happening in City Hall has gotten. It just seems like they all talk about what they're going to do, but then nothing's done.
Can I ask you a question about the day of the explosion? Were you home when it happened?
What, down here at the coal
Yeah.
pier? Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Oh, my God. Yeah. We thought somebody threw a bomb or something. You know, it was almost like a bomb went off. It blew all the metal. If you look at that tower down there now, you know, all the metal, and one of the coal piers, one of the conveyors was hanging down. Yeah. And it rocked. It actually rocked this whole block. People were running out here to find out what's going on. They thought the whole place blew up down there. That was one nasty explosion. It was almost like a hydrogen bomb or something went off. It actually shook the houses here on Church Street. Now, I don't know what it did, you know, some of the other places.
You ever experienced anything like that before?
Never. Never.
So in 53 years of living here,
Never.
This first time you've lived here for half a century, and a random day in December, explosion happens, and you described it as a hydrogen bomb. That's
To
the way
me,
it felt.
it was like somebody dropped a 5-ton bomb somewhere. Because, look, you're sitting in a chair watching television, and all of a sudden you go like this.
Wow.
I mean, you can feel the house shake. Then the only other time that happened is when they had that earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
But that was only like boom, you know, and then it was over with. But this, I mean, people go all over the place down there. I mean, they didn't know
Stealing my shit.
they didn't know what was going on. You know, and then finally, you know, you can see the smoke, you know, and everything, and so you knew where it came from. But yeah, no, I'll tell you the truth. Theoretically, I just feel that coal pier down there is, say, 25 to 35% problem to residents here. It's a 50% to 100% for me. But that's why people don't want to move down there. That's why people have sold their houses to rental companies and they rent them out. It's very true. I could probably say 1, 2, 3, just on this side, are permanent residents. Everybody else is rental.
People don't want to live here because of the coal plant.
Oh, for sure. That could be the best thing they ever done. Is get rid of the coal pier.
Best thing they could do, get rid of it.
the coal pier. Get rid of the coal pier. I'm serious. Yes. Well, you know, look at the people. Look at the people in West Virginia and everything that died from black lung, from coal dust. So you bring it in here in the city, in the Curtis Bay, and you spread it all over this because you're not doing the job that you were supposed to be doing.